powers of the most wise and beneficent Mothman. Let us light his holy beacon with the radiance of the fireflies.
Heya fellow vault dwellers, Wickedy here with my last camp showcase until Wastelanders is released. Built by me anyways. If you haven't guessed it already from my previous videos, I am a huge fan of Mothman and the Mothman cultists, and I am very excited to hear about cultists coming to Appalachia. So of course, as a loyal follower of his wise and beneficent Mothman glory, I made a shrine camp. Very small and compact, complete opposite of the last camp I made. Okay, enough of that. First off, the location. I've had a camp here ages ago, shortly after the game was released, as there is a junk deposit right here, and I absolutely love the mire. But just a little bit further down from this pond, there is a weird looking ring of glowing plants circling a stump, and it had me thinking it would be perfect for my shrine. Makes me wonder why this is even here. I will be doing a night tour also, because honestly, it looks so much better at nighttime. But let me show you the day tour, just so you can see everything a little bit. Oh, I went a little bit crazy with the fireflies. The mountain fireflies give off their own sort of glow, and so they're all over the trees. We have a seating area so we can watch my sermon if I ever feel like doing a little show. And back this way is the shrine and the altar. Any of the Mothman stuff that I've unlocked in the atomic shop went up here. And I don't have unlockable Mothman eggs, so the obsidian colored deathclaw eggs were just gonna do for me. Oh, and of course we have the Mothman smoke machine up at the top as well. Just kind of giving that extra little spooky vibe. Another tree with some fireflies marks where I'm keeping all my workbenches apart from my cooking station. Got my fermenters because we're having a lot of alcohol challenges lately. And my tinker's workbench is up there. Yes, take that in. Hopefully he comes and visits me sometime. That would be fantastic. And as for my little shop, that's all it is. It's just one foundation piece with 4 shops on top. And I will show you a tip on how to make that a little bit later in the video. Got my bone shines up. Couple decorative pieces. Some cultisty stuff. Nice, compact, and perfect for me. Not a whole lot going around the back because this is actually just outside of my my barrier or whatever you call it. I need to clean up that rug. I went for the windmill generator just because it's a little bit creepier sounding, and all the wiring's up top kind of tucked away. Mostly people won't be looking at that. And the nighttime is when this really shows off and shows off everything. You can definitely see all the fireflies that I put up and the glowy plants. Give it such a cool eerie look. Of course, I threw as many candles and pumpkins and like things with some sort of ambient glow down if I could. My little sign. I actually keep my little cooking station back here just to have something to stand on to for when I preach, I suppose. I liked going with the purple lighting on the inside, just tried to make things a little bit interesting. I actually might make it less bright. I think it needs to be a little bit spookier. I was able to kind of inch my brewer underneath that little overhang. Got our spooky guy. Yes, I love this. Perfect for my needs. Now, I used a camp trick from a YouTuber under the name of Swift Kick in the Junk. I'll make sure to link the tutorial that he posted down below. And I used that to help me place all 4 of my vendors onto one foundation. I have a couple of different ways to do that. I'm going to go ahead and show you them real quick too. So in order for me to shove all of my vendors into one small area, I'm going to be using the flamethrower trap little glitch. In order to do that, I find this table that I'm using here to be the easiest to place my vendors on. I do it pretty frequently. I like to stack my vendors up just a little bit, kind of like placing something on a rug. You can actually get this slightly on top of the edge of the other base so that when you pick up the bottom one, it lifts the whole thing up. Get that on the table, and then just move it to exactly where you need it to be. And I'm going to be using this with the example of having 2 vendors on each wall side with the wooden shutter windows. Sometimes you have to try a little bit extra to get the vendors lined up just right with the windows, and you could always use this to destroy the wall to get them just in the right spot. But you get the flamer trap down to the level of the table, and or whatever surface it's on top of, and if you destroy the table, then when you repair the table, the vendors will pop back up. The vendors are not actually destroyed. So I go ahead and store my flamer so that I don't have to repair it. It saves me some mats. And place the secondary set of vendors exactly where I want it. And then just repair the first table, and you have all 4 of your vendors nicely packaged onto one foundation. Works perfect for me. Now I'm just going to do this one more time, but this time putting all 4 vendors into their own window so that I don't know, if you want to use it for some reason, you can have a vendor on each side. It's just like a little pop-up shop or something. This method can be lined up pretty nicely with the brick walls because they just have a single window option. The other walls don't really have that. They're more like long windows. But I'm sure there's a way that you could like add a dresser or anything extra into there too. I just haven't played around with it all that much just yet. It is a good idea to keep in mind that not every single surface or item will work with this. Sometimes some of them don't want to place. Like I tried to place a dresser and a display table and a couple of different things on top of where the other tables were, and they just didn't want to place. So definitely play around. Maybe use the rug glitch if you want to add something else in there. But I honestly could have just left that last table undestroyed. I was trying to play around with a couple other things. Anyways, you just repair the tables themselves and the vendors will pop right back up. Don't put your roof on just yet. That way you can get all your wiring and everything taken care of. Probably throw a plant or 2 just to kind of hide the other pieces. And you will probably be able to access the vendors from the other side from there because the little signs are pretty long. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Wickety approved. Really hope you liked my cultist shrine camp. It was a lot of fun to make. I was having a little trouble feeling inspired by anything else right now, just because I'm holding my breath and waiting for Wastelanders. It's going to be a lot of fun. If these tips were helpful to you at all, be sure to drop a like and share with anyone else it might help out. I'm Wickedy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one.